What's scarier than finding a shark in your bathtub? Apparently, it's Angela Rayner armed with a tax proposal and the determination of a caffeine-fueled auditor. Welcome to another episode of BENNIFER News, the only place where the Westminster circus is served with a side of popcorn and a spreadsheet. Today, we're plunging headfirst into a political saga so contentious, it makes asking your partner for their phone passcode look like a trust exercise at a yoga retreat. Strap in, because the financial elite are sweating through their tailored suits, and you're about to find out why. Before we wade any deeper into the fiscal frenzy, do us a quick favor. Tap that subscribe button like you're hitting the panic alarm at a board meeting. We bring you the drama, the intrigue, and the numbers that make even the steeliest bankers cry. So stick around and never miss out. Picture this: Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner, not passing love notes in class, but slipping a secret memo to Chancellor Reeves. Only, this isn't doodled hearts and do you like me checkboxes. It's a pointed nudge to slap British banks with a £700 million tax bill. No subtlety, no smoke and mirrors. If political strategy was a game of hide and seek, Rayner's hiding behind a glass door with a neon sign. The memo's message? Let's squeeze the banks for every penny, while the whole city watches like it's the finale of the Great British Bake Off. Subtle as a brass band in a library. Now, before the banking sector collectively faints, let's crunch some numbers that'll leave your wallet shivering. Last year, UK banks coughed up a staggering £44.8 billion in taxes, a record haul, and a 5% jump from the previous year. David Postings, the head honcho at UK Finance, probably demolishing a sleeve of biscuits as we speak, claims British banks are already forking over far more tax than their global rivals. London's financial giants are taxed at 45.8% in 2024. Yes, you heard that right. Meanwhile, their peers in Amsterdam pay 42%, Frankfurt's bankers relax at 38.6%, and in Dublin, they are practically river dancing at a breezy 28.8%. Suddenly, the phrase London is a tax haven sounds more like a punchline than a policy analysis. Postings is practically on his knees, pleading with the government to retire the bank corporation tax surcharge and the notorious bank levy. Imagine somebody begging, "Please stop whacking me with that fiscal sledgehammer," only to be told, "But listen to that satisfying thud." If this were a soap opera, the drama would have EastEnders blushing. Enter Reeves, Chancellor and star juggler in this three-ring circus. Analysts say she has wafer-thin fiscal headroom, which is basically the political version of living off dry toast. With government whispers swirling about possibly reversing winter fuel cuts, Reeves has her eyes on the banks like a broke student staring at their roommate's takeaway. The temptation is real, but so is the fallout. Rayner's plan? Hike the bank surcharge to 5%, pushing their effective corporation tax up to a molar-grinding 30%. Unsurprisingly, the banking sector is having a collective heart palpitation that could keep the NHS in business for months. Let's flash back to 2008, when bankers went from financial rock stars to pariahs overnight. Thank you, subprime mortgage crisis. The bank surcharge was born in 2016 as a "we're sorry for crashing the economy" tax, starting at 8% and later trimmed to 3% when corporation tax went to 25%. Last October, British banks dodged another tax bullet, thanks to some high-octane lobbying, think toddler begging for ice cream levels of persistence. Instead, Reeves aimed elsewhere, adjusting national insurance and inheritance taxes to scoop up £40 billion. So, what's a chancellor to do? Should Reeves follow Rayner's rallying cry for another bank tax blitz, protect the city's global edge, or invent a brand new "we're desperate for cash" levy? One thing's crystal clear: when politicians start shaking out the banking sector for spare change, you know the budget cupboard is bare. It's like rummaging behind the sofa for coins. Except the sofa is made from pinstripes and Bloomberg terminals. That's all for today's episode of BENNIFER News. If this wild ride through the corridors of power left you wanting more, smash that like button harder than the government is smashing the banks. Don't forget to subscribe for a weekly dose of Westminster's juiciest stories, because here, the only thing that compounds faster than political interest is your curiosity. Drop your thoughts below. Should the banks cough up more? Or is it time for politicians to look elsewhere? Until next time, remember, when it comes to politics and finance, the numbers never sleep.